Hey friends, I am ready for part 2 of our trivia game. I've got some more questions. I've got a lot of questions. We might have to have 3 parts to our trivia game. We'll see how many we can get through. All right, let's see what you got. Okay, the first question is a space question for all of our space friends out there. What is the name of a group of stars that make up a picture in the sky? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shout out your answer. Yes, constellations. Constellations are the pictures that are in the sky. We made those one time in the red room. Do you remember? We put them on the black piece of paper and poked holes in it. We drew the picture and poked holes in it with a little needle and then hung it up in the window so that we could see through it. That's a fun activity that you could do at home. Constellations, like the Big Dipper, or let's see, Orion's Belt, Little Dipper. There's all kinds of pictures up in the sky. All right, next question. It's a sports question. You ready for all of our sports lovers out there? What sport are you playing if you get a hole in one? I bet that almost everybody has probably played this game before. And I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answer. Golf. Golf is the answer. Maybe you've played not real golf on a big golf course with maybe your mom and dad do that, but maybe you've played mini golf at like Adventure Landing, or maybe at the beach when you've gone to the beach. You played mini golf, and it's got all those funny little courses where you hit your ball through, and sometimes it falls in a hole, or sometimes it gets stuck in a tunnel. That's a fun game. Get a hole in one. Have you ever gotten a hole in one? Me too. I have at mini golf. I've never played real golf. Okay. Oh, here is another space question. Actually, 2 space questions. What is the largest planet in our solar system? Now you guys know all the planets. Think about all those names of the planets that you know and think about which one is the largest. All right, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. I heard some people say it. Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. I don't think I would have known that actually, if I didn't have it written down already. But I do know this next question. What was the first animal to go into space? What kind of animal went into space? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. If you said dog, you are correct. The first animal to go up into space, into orbit, was a dog, and it was sent up by the country of Russia, and the dog's name was Laika. I actually used to know a lady who had a dog named Laika who was named after that dog. She was a neighbor. Okay, you know what? Here's another space question. I must have thought that those were really good choices. Which planet is closest to the Earth? Which planet? We can know all those planets that we just talked about. Which one is the closest to the Earth? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. I know I heard somebody say it. It's Mercury. Yes, Mercury is the answer. Mercury is the closest planet to Earth. Okay, now here is another animal question. I think that might be all of my space questions, but we'll see. This is an animal question about a group of animals. What do you call a group of giraffes? We actually, I think, did this question in our lunch bunch trivia one day. So if you were in there, maybe you remember that answer. What do you call a group of giraffes? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answers? I think I did hear somebody way back in the back say it. A tower of giraffes. Yes. And that makes sense because giraffes are tall like towers. Now, why it is that a group of hedgehogs are called a pickle? I don't know. I don't think they resemble pickles at all. Maybe hedgehogs are sour. I don't know. Okay. Here is another animal question. What color are a ladybug's spots? That's an easy one. I bet everybody will know that. I bet it's going to be so loud when everybody says their answer. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout it out. Yes, it was loud. And yes, you're all right. They're black spots on a ladybug. Good job. One more animal question. This is an aquatic animal, a marine animal. That means it lives in the ocean. How many legs does a lobster have? How many legs does a lobster have? Think about it. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. Oh, that's a lot of legs. The answer is 10. If you said 10, you got it correct. Good job. 10 legs on a lobster. And when I was reading about that, it said that 8 of their legs they use for walking, and the front 2 are their pinchers, which I guess are technically considered legs as well. Okay. Here's another aquatic animal question. Remember, aquatic animals, aquatic means water, so that these animals live in the water. What is the fastest aquatic animal? I will give you a hint. This animal lives in the ocean. It's the fastest animal in the ocean. Okay? Think about it. It's a tricky one. I don't know if anybody knows this one. Let's see. Think about it. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. If you said sailfish, you are a genius. Yes, a sailfish. Sailfish have big fins on their back that look like a sail, like a sailboat. And the information that I read about a sailfish says that sailfish can swim almost as fast as a cheetah can run. I believe it said 68 miles per hour. And I think a cheetah can run at 70 miles per hour. So they can swim almost as fast as a cheetah can run. That is amazing. They can swim way faster than any of us could run. That's cool. Okay, here is another animal question. What is the sweet food that is made by bees? I know everybody will know this. I'm going to only give you 3 seconds this time because I know everybody already knows. 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. Yes, I knew it. Honey. Honey is the sweet food that is made by bees. Thank you, bees. Okay, let's see. This is a crazy question. It's another animal question, and I do not know if anybody knows this, but I bet some of you can guess it. I had no idea. How many noses does a slug have? I didn't even know slugs had noses. How many noses does a slug have? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. I did hear somebody say it. 4. A slug has 4 noses. What would you do with 4 noses? Why does a slug need 4 noses? I should have read more information on that. Does it really need to smell that much stuff? I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, next question is a science question. This is also a question that I bet a lot of my friends know. What is a picture that shows your bones? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. Yes! If you said x-ray, you are correct. Good job. An x-ray shows your bones. Has anybody ever had an x-ray before? I know that our friend Nadia in our afternoon class broke her leg one time, unfortunately. So I bet she had an x-ray. Miss Savannah broke her arm. She's back there. Hi, Miss Savannah. She broke her arm one time. she had to have a lot of x-rays. Sometimes you get x-rays when your bones aren't broken, just so doctors can look and see what's going on inside. X-rays. Okay, let's see. Here is another cool science question, and I know some of my friends know the answer to this question because I've heard somebody talk about it before. Things fall when you drop them because of what? What is the thing that causes something to fall when you drop it? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. I heard 3 people say it. Yes, gravity. Gravity is the force that the earth makes that causes things to fall. Like in space, there is no gravity, and so things just float around. But fortunately, we have gravity, so we don't just float around everywhere, which floating around somewhere would kind of be neat, I think. But all your stuff would float around too, and that would just be a mess. My dogs would be floating around. Maybe they wouldn't bark so much, though. Okay, next question, an animal question. And we just talked about this a minute ago, so I know everybody's going to know this. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to give you time to think about it. As soon as I say the question, I want you to shout out your answers, okay? Ready? What is the world's fastest land animal? Yes, cheetah! Good job! You guys were listening and paying attention. Cheetahs. And do you remember how fast I said they could run? 70 miles per hour. That's as fast as your mom or dad drives their car down the highway. That's really fast. All right, here's another animal question. A group of animals. This one I thought was kind of funny. What is a group of sharks called? A group of sharks. And I'm going to give you a clue. I know some friends are already thinking this because they live in the ocean, and a group of fish that live in the ocean together are called a school. And that is a very good thought and a very good guess, but that is not the answer to this. So think about it. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is a group of sharks called? Shout out your answer. Oh, I think I might have heard one person say it. It is called a shiver of sharks. And you know why that's kind of funny and makes sense? Because if I was in the ocean and I saw a group of sharks coming, it would sure give me a frightening shiver. Woo! That's scary to me. Okay, let's see. Here is a question about opposites. What is the opposite of hello? I'm going to only give you 3 seconds to think about it. 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answer. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye is the opposite of hello. Good job. Okay, here's another opposite question. What is the opposite of empty? If something is empty, what's the opposite of that? 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. Yes, if you said full, you are correct. Good job. And good opposite working. Okay, let's see. Here is a cool superhero question. Let's see who knows this one. I bet everybody will know it. Which superhero can climb up walls of buildings? Climb straight up the walls of the buildings. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out those answers. Yes, Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spider-Man, he can climb right up a building wall. That would be such a cool superhero power to have. You could just go wherever you wanted. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to decide, should I keep going or should I stop? I think I'll keep going just a little bit. Maybe we'll do one more session of this though. We'll do a part 3, but I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. Okay, what color starts with the letter P? Let's think about the letter P and what sound it makes. Pa, 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 P. Like pig or pumpkin. Those all start with P. So what colors start with the letter P? There's more than one, but you only need to say one. Just think about it. Think about the colors and which one says P, P, P. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. Good job. Yes. I heard some people say pink, and I heard some people say purple. Good job. There is also another color that is a kind of purple. It's called plum. That's another color that I thought of. Oh, Miss Savannah said peach. That's a fruit, but it's also a color. Got anything else, Miss Savannah? She said pamplemousse. And that is, what language is that? Is that Spanish?
I don't know.
It's grapefruit. Some language for grapefruit. Maybe French. It sounds French to me. Pamplemousse.
Probably because it's on the liqueur things.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. Next question. This is going to be our last question for today. What fruit are raisins made from? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out your answers. Yes. I knew that you knew that. The answer was grapes. Grapes are used to make raisins. And I heard my friends Caroline and Twyla talking about this one day, and they were explaining how the grapes have to be dried out, and that's how they become raisins. And that's exactly right. So maybe they're put out in the sun. If you want to make them naturally, you could take some grapes and you could just put them out in the sun and let the sun do its work to evaporate all the juice inside of the grapes, and they shrink down to turn into raisins. That's pretty cool. Maybe that's an experiment you guys could do. You should try making some raisins. I'd like to know what happens. Okay, so that was our last question. Good job. That was lots of questions and lots of great answers. You guys are so smart. Come back in a couple days and look for another video, and we'll do some more trivia.